No disintegration.
Hello everyone, this is I, your one and only favorite Asian nerd, Lurd. Welcome back to another Star Wars live review. Well, not really live, but it's going to be off live. It's going to be official now. I'm going to change around besides doing a live show and tell. And not like my reviewers and keep interrupting, but some of you that subscribe me and enjoyed what enjoyed what I do. Thank you. But I think I'm going to tweak it up a little, tweak it up differently in a way. And same time, unexpected comments I see when I'm reviewing. I mean, you guys are my witnesses. You see how often I'm dealing with weird little inappropriate comments I found. So yeah, I'm just like going to go change around. And it's just lately mixed emotions I'm dealing with, and I'm just getting too tired of looking at myself being too negative. Anyway, everyone, just got back from the mall, found 3 more new vintage collection Star Wars figures to add along with Cobb Vanth. Yes, I'll be reviewing him as well. And I went to early Christmas shopping I want to buy someone something special. I'm not really done. I mean, I thought it's enough, but there's a few stuff is missing, especially the person. So let's see. Next payday, I have to pay my important dues and see what's left over, depending. And then I think I'm all set. Maybe. I think I'm done hunting. I mean, spoiling myself. It's my turn to spoil the people I care the most that deserve a Christmas present from me. Anyway, enough said. I shall be reviewing 4 vintage collection figures. So one of it is from 3 different shows: Andor, The Mandalorian, or Book of Boba Fett, one of the two, and 2 figures are from Ahsoka. Excuse me. So first things first. I shall open up in a review from Endor is K2SO, and pretty much I don't know if that's his really name or is that a different droid, but I know he's from Rogue One, the movie, but I think I did not look closely because I did watch Endor, but I was not paying attention, but so I guess that's how he met with Cassian Andor in Endor. And I guess he was reprogrammed to be good, but blend in to be an Imperial droid. And in the description in the back for K2SO, a reprogrammed Imperial security droid. K2SO is an effective insertion agent, as he can blend in perfectly at Imperial installations and outposts. And well, even though he blends in, but he needs to work on being sort of a controlled droid. They don't have emotions. I kind of noticed that if you guys play Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Anyway, I shall open him up. Oh, and forgot to mention at the end of the video, if you stay that long, I'll be presenting you 5 new third-party Star Wars Lego figures, which I'll explain to you more. I don't know if I told you before. I do collect, other than outside of Legos, I do third-party Lego figures as well. But I'm just telling you. put this packet aside, and here is K2SO. I think this is my, I don't know how many different type of droids I own, but I think this is like my third or second droid, actual droid, that besides an astromech, another droid like sort of C-3PO but full body like a human. I don't know what this is playing, but this, here it is. Pretty much, if you remember him, he's in Rogue One, and there was a scene how he died. I only saw it one time with my ex-girlfriend. That was like 6 years ago, I'm guessing. And we were just doing cuddles and watching a movie, and then she decided, she asked me if I saw Rogue One or watch any Star Wars. I was like, babe, I only saw like the original trilogy and the prequels, and the newer one somewhat. Why? And then she just put on Rogue One, and I got to saw the whole thing, and it was depressing. All the main cast from Rogue One were killed, especially one of my favorite Chinese actor, Donnie Yen. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I forgot the whole line. Anyway, for K2SO articulation, since it's a vintage collection, it has a lot of articulation. As long as Hasbro did not make the weirdest leg articulation, I will be happy. So, K2SO's articulations, the head is on the ball joint, on 360, and before I continue the articulation, he comes with one accessory of the weapon, is an Imperial pistol. Anyway, shoulder bent. I think he has a shoulder bent, but oh god, it's very, 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 very tight. It doesn't go that far due to his arm shoulder in the way. Elbow bent. Ooh, wow, this is a challenge part. My best part is if you want to loosen up the figure, I suggest you use, I think, hot water. I don't remember what is the utensil to use to loosen up a few joints. So, yeah, very hard elbow bent. Elbow swivel. Hand swivel. And has a hand tilt. I noticed that. Tip me over and pour me out. And let's see, I believe he has a waist articulation. So waist swivel, I believe, yes, he has an ab crunch. And continue on, now onto the legs. Legs move forward, okay, maybe it doesn't have a swivel because of the frame of his below the belt area. So legs move forward and back. But perhaps if you want to find a way to tilt it, I think there's no way to tilt it because the frame, because the way they made the bottom part, but the lower torso, what we call it. But at least the Hasbro did not make the leg articulation weird. No hip swivel, I believe. Nope, I could see. Knee bent, knee swivel. Okay, ankle tilt, fully back. You don't want to force it. Make sure you have your other hand on the shin, because I could notice this shin is very, very thick or thin. It could break easily if you don't use both hands to do the bending of the ankle, but it's very, very tight. And I believe he doesn't have any rocking ankle joint. So yeah, here's K2SO, but he's not alone. Oh wow, he stands very well without the display stands, which I forgot to buy some again. I keep forgetting. I gotta remind myself next time. So anyway, along with K2SO, he's not alone. I have two main characters from Rogue One and Endor. So here's K2SO. And here's Cassian Andor, Captain Cassian Andor. I do have the other Cassian Andor without his Rebel uniform, but he's in boxes with the other extra Star Wars figures. So pretty much now I got three figures now for Rogue One and Endor wise. Looks like I better work on collecting all the main cast from Rogue One. Yep. So here it is. K2SO. And I gotta pull these aside. Our next... And give me a second, people. I gotta readjust this again. Kind of messed up a little. Excuse me, I just burped. Yeah, I'm drinking soda. Okay, next figure I shall be reviewing and opening. Second figure, and the one I bought from Amazon is from the Mandalorian series, and he did appear in the Book of Boba Fett. Is Cobb Vanth with Mandalorian armor. I hope they buy another Cobb Vanth without the Mandalorian armor. Maybe the one he's now wearing from the Book of Boba Fett. And description on the back says, at one time, Mos Pelgo Marshal Cobb Vanth was custodian of Boba Fett's Mandalorian's armor, which he bought off of Jawa's traders. Which pretty much the Jawa that took the armor that was in the first episode in the Book of Boba Fett and sold it to Cobb Vanth. Just give me a second, let me go drink my Coke. And this pops my head, everyone. I'm gonna throw in the Star Wars what if. What if Din Djarin or the Mandalorian never met Cobb Vanth and never reclaimed Boba Fett's armor, but if Boba Fett was traveling after the death of his new family, the Tusken Raiders, what if he was traveling around, then arrived at Mos Pelgo and met Marshal Cobb Vanth and saw him wearing his armor? What would happen if these two intertwine? Think about it. I think I'm gonna throw in the what if later on. Maybe I'll think about making a TikTok video for this one. Anyway, I shall open them up. Oh man, do you know how many years I waited? I waited to see if Hasbro will make a 3.7-inch scale of Cobb Vanth. Now it came true. I mean, come true, whatever the word is I'm looking for. So here is Cobb Vanth, the Marshal of Mos Pelgo, and look at the details. I think there's a way, if I recall, you can remove his armor carefully. I mean, here's the downside part. So what you do is remove his head. If you want him to be wearing his... Ooh, this is hard. Oh, okay, that was a hard part. So if you want to remove the armor, it will reveal his full body. And you can just put his scarf back on and his head back on. So pretty much you could now have Cobb Vanth in his full outfit, but the downside part I cannot remove is his... Oh wait, you can remove his leg brace. Nice. Or remove Boba Fett's knee armor, and now he's just fully naked. But here's the downside part for Cobb Vanth. You see those tubes in the back that connected to the armor? It can't be removed. It's connected to Boba Fett's gauntlet. Which the downside part is, the gauntlet is like completely molded to become one of his wrists. So no point of removing the gauntlets. I mean, I wish Hasbro would just make a armor gauntlet and removable, and just make him like fully back to his normal look, like from the Book of Boba Fett, wearing just his normal clothes. And of course, as Cad Bane saying, you shouldn't remove your armor. Excuse me. So here's the details for Cobb Vanth. And Spot On Hasbro did a good job on the printing of the actor's face. Anyway, I will put everything back on him. Oh God, I am never going to do this again. I am still going to debate on thinking about customizing him. Maybe just remove the tube and call it a day, and maybe recolor the gauntlet to cover up to look different. And let's see, all I had to do is put back his knee brace. I believe Boba Fett rebought his knee brace, or remolded a new one for himself. That's my guessing. Anyway, here you go. And for articulation for Cobb Vanth, head is on the ball joint. Of course, when you saw me remove his head to remove the armor. I can't do the arm has a articulation, but I won't do a 360 because of his armor, because the armor's in the way. But does have a shoulder bend, elbow swivel, hand swivel, and I think there's a tilt, I believe. I believe there is a tilt, but he can't tilt since the the gauntlet's in the way. Let's see. Waist swivel, yes. No ab crunch. That's fine. That's fine as long as it's not a weird thing. But my greatest fear is worrying about his leg articulation. So I pray that Hasbro did not make the weird leg articulation. No, they didn't. Thank God. So leg moves forward, back, and I forgot to do a Jean-Claude Van Damme on K2SO. So just to back it up, he can do a Jean-Claude Van Damme for K2SO, But for Cobb Vanth, he can do a Jean-Claude Van Damme fully. And let's see, next on, there's a hip swivel, knee bend. I could do a knee bend with the gauntlet on, with the knee, with Boba Fett's knee brace in the way. Knee swivel, ankle tilt, and rocking ankles he has. And the downside part, before I yet show you the accessories, he comes with Boba Fett's helmet, but here's the downside part. You had to swap heads to do that. That is the disappointing part. But it's not the end of the world. I have an extra spare Boba Fett figure that a friend of mine gave to me. I could just recolor the Book of Boba Fett's helmet and make it into this helmet for Cobb Vanth to wear. That's the cool part. Maybe I don't need to customize them. Maybe if I bought a second, sorry, a friend of mine is texting me. I'll text her later. I'll let her know I was on live. Anyway, perhaps. Oh damn it! Since I was at the mall, maybe I should have bought an extra Cobb Vanth and then customized them. Didn't thought about it. So anyway, so that's the downside part with the helmet. That's sad. But other accessory comes with his rifle, which I put in his right hand. And comes with his signature Marshall blaster pistol, which you could have it snuggle tied into his holster. Okay, what's easy problem? And last but not least, the coolest part, it comes with the blaster flame effects of both its jetpack. I think you could hook it on, but I can't seem to peg it in because it's very hard to do. So yeah, here is both its jetpack, and where's the rocket launcher is right here. This is cool, just like the Vintage Collection Book of Boba Fett. This one now could shoot the rocket launcher like this. It looks a little puny. I'm just guessing. And I'll just remove the blaster effects or flame effects. So here's Cobb Vanth, and this is going to be a mouthful, everyone, because I brought all the remaining main cast of the Mandalorian series. And you fell down. So I think I'm going to put him way back so the whole cast comes in. So, yes, here's the Mandalorian with Din Djarin, aka Din Djarin, with Grogu. So adorable. Let's see, Greef Karga. Cara Dune. I wish he comes back. Maybe after I heard what was going on, I hope they brought Cara Dune back. And I'm missing out. Here is Quill. Oh, come on, Quill. Don't be hard on me. Or is it Keel? I think it's Keel or Quill, one of the two. I have pronunciation problems. And here is IG-88. No, is it IG 11? I believe. Oh God, I don't memorize my IG very well. And last but not least, Mayfield. Which, yes, Mayfield, yes, Mayfield had a bad. Him and the Mandalorian were not in good terms, but then became in good terms. And for the season on Morak, when these two had to work together to infiltrate the Remnant's Imperial base, by the end, got rescued by Boba Fett. But pretty much, I believe I got the whole main cast from the Mandalorian series. Except for a few more characters I do not have. I don't remember all the characters that were in the Mandalorian series. Anyway, yeah, here it is, Cobb Vanth. And do you know what? I think I'll keep his armor on because what am I saying? Look at Mayfield. He's wearing a Imperial armor, not his actual armor from the part where he was teaming up with the Mandalorian doing a mission to Mayfield and the rest of the game betrayed Mandalorian, if you remember the episode. Okay, set them aside. Do. Here you go, Mandalorian. Hold baby Grogu. Whoops, I said baby. I know, I didn't slip. I said baby Yoda by accident. You could kill me later. Okay. Hello, IG. Keel, my condolence. I'm sad he died. He was a good role. And Cobb Vanth and Mayfield. Now that it covers both Endor or Rogue One and the Mandalorian series, now we're on to the Ahsoka series. We're going to be opening up. I didn't expect it'd be out that quick in GameStop. So it's here. Here it is. All I wanted, because I saw Ahsoka, and at the near end when she changed her uniform, that is my favorite uniform on her. And yeah, that's my favorite Star Wars woman I want to date. So here it is. The new vintage collection Ahsoka Tano, Peridea. And yeah, the major difference is her uniform, which I got my other Ahsoka Tano figure. So here's the major difference. I like this one the most. When I saw her wearing this outfit, it just calls out that she is one true gray Jedi in the way. So this one, I'm going to replace this Ahsoka, and display this Ahsoka. And for the description for Ahsoka Tano, it says, Ahsoka Tano's quest to stop Grand Admiral Thrawn brings her beyond the galaxy once more to the world between worlds, where she gains newfound wisdom, which her newfound wisdom was from her former master, Anakin Skywalker. If you remember the episode where she was sort of dead, but between life and death she had to choose, according to Anakin, that was her last training. So his last teaching to her, live or die. Anyway, I shall open her up. That's what she says. Oh, thanks, Derek. So here is the new mold and the new Ahsoka Tano figure in Peridea. or Peridian, whatever the two is. I better not throw the boxes away, so I will not know. So I'll know Peridea. So pretty much, she changed uniform right after she was alive after her final teaching from Anakin, and she changed out uniform to be a true Jedi. Well, she's not a Jedi nor a Sith, but I'll just call it with that type of outfit. She's a gray Jedi. And you know what? F the non-canon, I'll make the gray Jedi canon. So look at the details. Very nice. Very, very nice. And they did a good job on the sculpting on the Rosie Dawson look. And I'm going to say one thing is, as I said, when people question me who is my favorite Star Wars babe I want to date, her. Anyway, articulation for Ahsoka Tano, the usual for vintage collection, but sometimes the legs are weird. So head is on a ball joint and could move left or right depending, as long as her tentacle thingamajig is sort of in the way, but very solid. But it's not like too solid. It's a little like plastic, movable, somewhat. I can't explain. Arm 360, shoulder bent, elbow swivel, hand swivel, and I believe she doesn't have a hand tilt or wrist tilt like this. Let's see, waist articulation, sweet. Yep, she has a little ab crunch. So, the moment of truth. Let's see. Legs move forward. Oh, thank you, Lord. Legs move back. Jean-Claude Van Damme, she can do. Not fully, but she can do a little Van Damme, but her side of the skirt is in the way. Hip swivel. Knee bent. I believe. Ooh, this is the scary part. Yep, knee bent, and I think she might have a knee swivel. Let me see. Yes, she has a knee swivel. Yes. Let's see, what's next? Last part is ankle tilt. Very good, very good, not too tight. That's what she says. No, I believe she does. I think she does have a rocking ankle joint. Then she comes with her two signature lightsabers. Her long one and her small one. I better stop having dirty minds for this. I'm very sorry, people. And the way I display Ahsoka is the usual. I like to do her lightsaber stance. Besides holding like this, I hold it like this. Like, oh, this is weird. Like a dagger thing. Anyway, I'm going to insert these for her to hold. So, yep, here's Ahsoka Tano, and she stands very good, very well. Some of the figures don't need display stands for standing, but some do. But here's Ahsoka, and I brought along with her two companions. I hope they made a vintage collection Ahsoka Tano's T1 Jedi shuttle. I brought along her apprentice, Sabine Wren, that is holding Ezra Bridger's lightsaber. And I think his name is Yu Yang. He's been with Ahsoka since she was young. He's pretty much a droid that trains new recruit Jedis or new Jedis in the way. So pretty much that's the three. I got the sort of the main cast from Ahsoka. Okay, time to move this along. Okay, the last figure to open. And this time this was unexpected. Give me a second. My last figure, I did not expect to find him on GameStop. I had the ups and downs, but I decided I want to get him. And yes, he's Imperial, but he's the smartest Imperial. Yes, I talk about Grand Admiral Thrawn from Ahsoka, the live action Grand Admiral Thrawn, oh yeah, he did appear. He was in Rebels, of course. I bought him because I look at the feature. He really looks good, even in live action mode. Especially the actor. I never got his name, but he's very known. If you guys watch The Witcher on Netflix, he was the old man that told Geralt of Rivia saying something that someone is the lesser evil, something like that. I don't remember. I haven't watched The Witcher for a very long time. I haven't seen season 2. I'm just gonna cry, and strangle myself for that. Anyway, so difference. So I did brought my Vintage Collection Star Wars Rebel Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's right here. So it looks cartoonish, but hey, this is not a bad figure. Either way, which one is your favorite Thrawn is up to you. If you prefer the first Thrawn from the Power of the Force line or the comic of Heir to the Empire, that's your Thrawn. Or do you prefer the Star Wars Rebels? That's your Thrawn. Or do you prefer the Ahsoka version? That is your Thrawn. But here's the major difference. See, look at the color of the blue. This is lighter than the one, and the face is different. This is like cartoonish. This is live action. And hey, if you know the actor that plays Grand Admiral Thrawn and he's the same person from The Witcher, let me know and on the comment and type in the actor's name. I never bothered to Google him. Anyway, before I open him up, I will read his bio on the back. For Grand Admiral Thrawn. A brilliant, ruthless strategist, Thrawn studies his enemies to gain tactical advantages, often overlooked by his peers, stopping at nothing to secure a victory for himself and those he serves. And I shall open him up. And that's done with this one. So here's Grand Admiral Thrawn, the Ahsoka version, close up, and take a look at the sculpted of the actor's face. Hasbro, you always do a good job. I don't know how many times I kept saying this. And I believe this is like the same mold as the Rebels Thrawn, but he really looks good. The actor really to be honest, the actor who plays Thrawn really did an awesome job at being the character. So usually this is the same Imperial outfits to all Imperial officers that wears, and the articulation is the same, but why not? I will still do the articulation. And the details for him, his weapon, before I do the articulation, is different. For the Ahsoka Thrawn, he has this Imperial pistol. For Rebel Thrawn is different. No, it's still the same, but different. But look at the differences. It's more than the colors. It's the frame of his Imperial pistol. Whew. I'm out of breath for talking. So, the articulation, before I do this, I will gonna put his pistol on his holsters. Usually I have him stand in a different pose position like the Rebels Thrawn. That's how I always do when he's standing. So articulation for Ahsoka Thrawn. Head on the ball joint. Arm 360. Shoulder bent. Elbow bent. Elbow swivel. Hand swivel. I believe, yes, he does have a hand tilt. A little, it's hard to bend because of his sleeves in the way, I'm guessing. Or it's just, there's either 50-50 chance the joints is very tight. I believe he has a waist swivel. Ooh, very tight. Did you hear the click? That's bad. Sort of bad. But he doesn't have an ab crunch. Legs move forward. Oh, thank you, Hasbro, for not doing this to him. I would be mad. Legs move back. Can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, just like he does do mixed martial arts, how he fights if you watch Star Wars Rebel. Let's see. He has a hip swivel, knee bent, knee swivel, ankle tilt, not very tight, that's good. And he does have a rocking ankle joint. And for Thrawn, I'm going to put his pose like I did to Rebel Thrawn. So funny. I'll make it easier to say. I'll just say comic Thrawn, Rebel Thrawn, and Ahsoka Thrawn. So pretty much just to avoid confusion. Confusion. Okay, yes, he's in this display stance, and I shall move him back. And the only figure I only have that comes with Thrawn as his ally is Morgan Elsbeth with the Beskar spear, which I took that from that came from the N1 Starfighter set. I'm planning to go get Thrawn's second in command or third in command, Captain Enoch, and the rest of the zombie stormtroopers, dead stormtroopers. But yeah, here it is, the new Ahsoka Thrawn with Morgan Elsbeth. And yes, everyone, that concludes all the figures. But I am not done. Not done. Those of you that still continue watching my live, thank you. You're in for a treat. And yeah, more than I bought these figures at the mall, there was a small vintage or vendor area. I forgot what it's called. They're from Modesto, California, and I usually sometimes buy their Lego minifigures if I'm interested. That's why I'm just going to show it to you. It's Star Wars related, and they're third party. I know some of you that are true Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, hardcore Star Wars nerds, Lego Star Wars nerds like me, you prefer not to buy third party, but sometimes Lego third party looks better than the actual Lego. Some, not all. So yeah, I bought, speaking of Captain Enoch, yes, I bought Captain Enoch at the vendors at the mall. And he's not alone. He comes with his zombie troopers. I'll call them zombie troopers. The major difference is, I don't recall remembering Enoch becoming a zombie because he's not dead. Or maybe he was enchanted first but was never dead. But for these zombie troopers, they do show their faces, what they look like. Yes, they're dead. But for the other one, I don't know what's with third party. They had this stormtrooper that has BB-8. BB-8 was, well, I don't know when was he born or when he appeared. But for this zombie trooper, he's not a zombie. He's a normal human being. And the armor's different in the way. So yeah, that's pretty much the special feature if you guys stayed a bit longer after this live. Well, yeah, that is the special feature anyway, or the special surprise. Anyway, that concludes the video of my review of the newer Vintage Collection Star Wars figures I bought and ordered from Amazon. Till next time, everyone, may the Force be with you.